Good afternoon. Happy Saturday, World Wide Web. Another update video on TRKA Media Group. Looks like the beating continues after the reverse stock split. Last 5 days, we got back up to 310 and back down to 260, where it's sitting at now. Not the performance I'm hoping to see. Finding a couple of little problems, nothing that can't be fixed. Number one, Google Finance is maybe the go-to place for stock news in this world. They didn't bother to report July, August, September earnings. They just left that out. The rest of them go quarterly. It also shows it doesn't show the last 3 quarters as being winning quarters, which they were. This company made money 3 quarters in a row. This has them stuck in March at an $8 million loss. False. That's incorrect. The January one is missing also. September and January are missing. Winner, winner, winner. That's what it really looked like. There should be 2 bars in between here, and this is not the number. They got some PR issues they need to work through. They need to contact Google and get this data synced properly. I guess it's all false. I don't know. I actually watched the earnings reports and read them. They were profitable 3 quarters in a row. I think people are reading this and getting the wrong idea completely. And maybe this is the source for spilling over to other ticker agencies and other stock informational websites. I think people that look up Troika Media Group are met with falsehoods. Maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But that's screwed up. How are they going to miss 2 quarters? They released them. I'm sure of it. So are you probably if you're a Troika fan. Somebody needs to write Google and tell them what's going on. I don't know if or write Troika and tell them what's going on and say, hey, you got a problem with Google, because they do. Number one. Number two, I had a thought the other day, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. It's kind of dangerous when I have a thought. We know this Converge business kicks butt. I think they're up to 400 million now. Let me add this up. 119, 200. Yeah, the new pace is, in 2 quarters was 200. I think it showed 400 for the year last time I looked. So I think it's about 400 million a year is the accurate representation of this company. This is missing 2 quarters again, and then these are probably wrong as well. I know this one is. At least the earnings are negative when they were positive. So this really makes no sense. But yeah, profitable 3 in a row, 400 million a year. That's the accurate number. This company should have a gross profit margin that is good, and I expect it to make money. My number one concern right now is this Troika Media Group in 2021, before they bought Converge, 2020, 2019, 2010, bleeding 12 million, 7 million, 14 million, 16 million. Is this bleed still over here? Is it, instead of Troika making 10 million this year, or they instead of them making 26 million this year, are they making 10 million because Troika is still playing with other things? Do they not commit to this yet? Do they not get rid of this yet? Seems like this thing, I don't know, they might need to close it or something. This loss needs to vanish. You need to sell it off to somebody and just be Converge. It's a problem that would have a simple fix if the owner's interested in making some money here. If he's interested in playing I'm a new business genius and I'm going to keep going with this thing that was going down in revenue and losing more money, he's going to stay with that. The road might be a little bit more painful for Troika than otherwise we might have expected. I'd like to find out more what Troika is doing independently aside from Converge. I think that's causing 50% of the net profit to vanish from Converge, and thus the bottom line. So it would be a simple fix. Stop doing it, number one. Number two, get Google and these people to fix your freaking. It is ridiculous. Google Finance would have this kind of an error on it. Troika should be having attorneys filing things and getting this done with an injunction to get this thing fixed. I don't know how they do it, but there's false stock reporting. It's probably a violation. Yeah, it's just lying to people. Troika is worth more than 260. They're a positive company with barely any shares now. They make 16 million a year. They're at a dollar per share. Yeah, which puts them up around 80, 90, 50 bucks, somewhere around there. This $2.60 is a little insane. But I think we're feeling pain from a couple of areas. Number one, Troika's history. They need to make this over with. Maybe we can, as stockholders, vote on it or yell at them or something. I don't know what we can do. Number two, somebody needs to get them on board with fixing their stock reflection through these media outlets. This is a disaster on the stock. People researching Troika, people doing their homework on Troika, are met with late false news or void of news. Yeah, so a couple of issues that are plaguing it that should be going away. You would think that they'll end up getting this fixed, and you would think that Troika would stop throwing away money on playing other games that aren't their core business. It's not your core business anymore, Troika. You got something new going on. I hope they're not tinkering, and I hope that $15 million bleed over isn't affecting. The revenue is still right side up, according to this. They're chopping it down, and I know they're working with their creditors to make sure that their payments are made. And their creditors are also stockholders of the company. They have a vested interest in making sure this thing succeeds. So they're kind of in the game too. They got some skin in the game. They've bent over hand and foot to make this company continue, even though when it was having troubles. But they're working with them. And to buy Converge, they had to finance the whole thing. So they made a deal. And they proved Converge's worthiness to the bank, and the bank believes in it strongly. Troika Media Group, still a strong buy, guys. I'm sorry. Is there a dilution coming? That's one of my questions. I've been witnessing on a couple other companies a reverse stock split followed by a dilution. The reason that they do the reverse stock split sometimes is to elevate the stock price, and then they can sell into it. They can dilute it on a Monday, sell into it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then tell you about it on Thursday. It's kind of evil, and they might come out and say, oh, we got 300 million shares again. So I just want to make sure that they don't need money desperately. Let me check their cash. It looked like they had plenty. I don't know, $28 million. I don't know. If they do need money, they could very well be in the middle of doing that too. So maybe that's why the stock is coming down. Maybe they are actually selling into it a little bit. I don't know. How much does it come down in a month? Yeah, from $5 to 260. Something like that would explain it. You know, they don't have to tell you when they issue new shares, like the day they issue new shares. They can tell you 3 or 4 days later. I don't know how much later they're allowed to tell you. But often something sketchy like this would be explained by something like that. Somebody's selling off something. Maybe they already had some shares that they were holding on to. Maybe they issued more and didn't announce it yet. Or maybe that's their plan soon. There could be a wicked stepsister plan into this one. So You want to probably keep some money aside in case they do need to dilute the company again. They just got it to where they have barely any shares, and they have the ability and the price right here to do a dilution, and they could probably suck $2 a share 16 million times. They could probably throw $30 million in their pocket if they needed it. I know they can't get it from the bank, and that would be the only way to get it, is right now with a dilution sell into it. So be careful on this one for now. 28 million, I don't know. And the whole thing's broken with Google Finance, so I don't even know what's accurate anymore. I think they have 16 million shares. Let's see what it says. It'll probably lie to us. 13 million shares, less than 14 million, 13.77 million. Yeah, it's such a small amount. It looks so nice. And they're profitable for the last 3 months. I don't think they're going to need any more money. And they're even profitable in spite of Troika playing side games, very possibly. Who knows that this garbage didn't end? If this garbage is clocked onto a nice converge, that might be why. Well, this isn't even accurate. This is nonsense. All of these losses is nuts. Oh, we got a wing here at the end. So now it ends at September 22. Look at that. March was just included. Now we got a $1.27 million win on Google Finance. Wow, Google's shuffling with the win. So June, September. So now we got Christmas missing and March missing. March was here a little while ago, I think, when I started the video. I don't know, maybe I'm tired. But anyhow, just some news on Troika. Read the earnings reports. Don't pay attention to Google. And notice what's missing and what's not missing. It's obviously they're having problems. This is really screwing with them. Sometimes a reverse stock split can be a dilution signal, and be leery of that. You might want to put some money aside and get ready to jump in again after it happens. That might be your better timing. But yeah, Troika Media Group, everybody, they're going to get it fixed. They're going to get it right. And the sucker could very well end up at, $50, $100 a share. All the dreams can come true. They need to make a few changes, and they need to mostly get their Google thing fixed. Good Lord. But we know they're making money. They shouldn't need money. And if they do need money, they should quit wasting it on old nonsense that wasn't working. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Please like the video and subscribe. Rooting for Troika. Let's go. The bottom's coming near. There might be one more pounding in the works. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Let's hope not. But get some money aside just in case. Be nice to scoop up a few thousand shares again at whatever price, and it's super cheap, and that might happen. You might have that opportunity, and hopefully they won't do it again. Apparently they can do it twice in a row. They can do 2 reverse stock splits and then 2 dilutions in a row. So there's another company in the process of trying to pull off number 2 right now. And they're going 100 to 1 on their shares. Very scary. Troika Media Group, everybody. I love the prospects. It's a good business. They just have a little cleanup to do, a little organizing on the books, and I think we got something solid. And I wish the owner of the company, the CEO and the board of directors, I hope they're somehow going to end up holding a ton of shares to this thing. Not a ton, but enough to where it's their vested interest to show us a good stock price. I want them to have as much skin in the game as possible. We'll do a video on the insiders, and we'll find out who owns what, and that way it'll give us a better idea for what their motivations might be. See if they care about the stock price or not. If it doesn't affect them personally, we can assume that it's not what they're believers of. So the next video for Troika is going to be about the board of directors and the major stockholders. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please like it and subscribe, and I'll bring you some more updates. Thank you. Have a great day.